Siman Reish Tes Din Ta'us V'Safek B'Pirkas Hayayin Uvo Gimel Seifim Lakach Kes Shel Sheichar Oishel Mayim. If a person takes a glass of beer or water, Ufasach V'Yamar Barach Ato Hashem L'Keinu Melech Ha'Olam. He says those words Al Das Leimer Shakel, and his intention is, since he thinks that it is beer, and he's intending to say Shahakel. V'Tov Amar Ber Pirgafen, and then somehow in the middle of the bracha he got confused and he said Ber Pirgafen instead. Ein Machzir, so we don't make him go back. And they should be shosh is Kishemu Malchus Shem Yikar HaBracha. When he said the Shemu Malchus, which is the main point of the bracha, and his intention was to make the correct bracha, correct conclusion, and therefore he was yotze. Some say that if he took the cup of beer or water and he thought it was wine, and his intention was to conclude with the wrong bracha, but then he remembered what it really was, and he finished with shahakoyim yotze. Then he was yotze. I mean, this is a machlekes rishonim how to learn the Gemara, which case it was talking about. And the main halacha according to most poskim is like this Yish Omrim, which is a Rashi and Tosos learned this Gemara, and that like the first day, which is good after the street. Hagav v'chon shekain im haya biyado yayin. Certainly, if he had wine in his hand, v'sarver shumayim, and thinks that it's water, fasach hadayta lemer shahakel, and he says the baruch ata with the intention that it's shahakel. V'nizgur berich beri piagafen, and I didn't realize what it was, and he said beri piagafen sheyotzei shayafim sim shakel yotze. Since even if he said shahakel, then he certainly would be yotze b'diavad. In that case, he certainly would have been yotze. If he takes a cup of beer, a mayim or water, I mean, it's supposed to say shahakel. He says beri piagafen on it. V'teich k'dei diber nizgur shita. But teich k'dei diber, finishing the bracha, he realized it was a mistake. V'amar shakel niyabed varay v'chach ha'is amirasei. So this is what he said. Baruch Ato Hashem L'Keinu Melech Ha'olam B'Rei Piagafen Shaken Liyabed Vara Yatsa. He would be Yotze. Hagav Him Hayu Achirim Sheisim Gamken V'Yan Lifneihem. If other people are drinking with him, and they have wine in front of them, V'Daite Gamken Al Yain Shahaya Savr Shabekaisa Yain. And his intention was also to cover the wine, meaning he thinks that he had wine in his cup. Uverich B'Rei Piagafen V'Nimtzach Kach Shekaisa Maim Eishecher, and it turns out he didn't have wine. And now he wants to drink some wine. He does not need to say a new Beri Pirgafen on the wine, because he said Beri Pirgafen already, and there was wine on the table, and he thought he had wine. It was a mistake because his intention was, when he was saying this Beri Pirgafen, not only on the cup that he's holding in his hand, which turned out not to be wine, but his command was also on the wine he was going to drink later. And that was fine. And he was also motzi the other people with their wine. So there was something, a validity in his Beri Pirgafen, and therefore his bracha would be considered a bracha, and he would not have to repeat the bracha again. And poskim discussed this in a number of scenarios with this type of bracha. The Mishnah Berurah here and another poskim discussed this. Kol habrachis, with regard to any bracha, in the stopping in Birach Hamav, if he has a question whether he made it or not, he does not repeat the bracha, neither bracha Rishon nor bracha Achrona. Chutz mibirchas hamazon, the one exception is benching. Shehi mipnei sheishal teres, since birchas hamazon is a mitzvah d'oraisa. We had this mentioned earlier as well. Ayin and Siman Kuf Pei Daled. Also, the one other possible exception is birchas haTorah, which we saw discussed earlier in Siman Mem Zayin.